uncensored, extended, and it's everything you hope that it would be. Coming back now, Jesse Waters talking about Taylor Swift, CIA, and, the Psy-Ops. The Ravens were supposed to go to the Super Bowl according to the Super Bowl fix, right? But the Chiefs won, so we can just pivot to the other Psy-Op of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. That is something that people are spending way too much attention on, way too much time on. I will grant that. But evidence is evidence. And, it's almost like, hey, 15-minute cities are never going to happen. Here's a plan for them doing 15-minute cities. Like, we can say that we're wasting time on something until it actually gets proven. Here's Jesse Waters from Fox, doing a little bit of due diligence. Tell me if you think this means anything.
Well, Taylor Swift's the biggest star in the world. Sorry, Gutfeld. She's been blanketed across the sports media entertainment atmosphere. The New York Times just speculated she's a lesbian. And last year's tour...
Did not hear that. Is that because she's friends with, the football player's sister or something? Don't know.
Broke Ticketmaster. A tour that's revenue tops the GDP of 50 countries. I like her music. She's all right. But, have you ever wondered why or how she blew up like this? Well, around 4 years ago, the Pentagon Psychological Operations Unit floated turning Taylor Swift into an asset during a NATO meeting. What kind of asset? A Psy-Op for combating online misinformation. Listen.
You came in here wanting to understand how you just go out there and counter an information operation. Well, the idea is that social influence can help.
Can we talk about the fact that they're just getting this millennial girl to come in and talk about how we socially engineer people with a PowerPoint? Can we talk about that? Network interventions. We got to jam our content in through with counter covert campaigns. This is kind of sick that they're talking about doing this, but it's funny in the fact that we have Gangly Girl 6 coming in here who just has, she probably went to the distance and got a master's degree in communication.
Can help encourage or promote behavior change, so potentially as a peaceful information operation. I include Taylor Swift in here because she's fairly influential.
Can we read what that says? Identify key actors. This is difficult. To train and spread desired messaging. So basically hired celebrities to spread propaganda for you. Encourage opinion leaders to spread counter 40 something. I don't know. You guys can probably read that closer up. Target accounts in the social connected something. What they're saying is spread propaganda. It's pretty wild.
Online person. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Yeah, that's real. The Pentagon Psy-Op unit pitched NATO on turning Taylor Swift into an asset for combating misinformation online. This is nothing new. In the 1950s, the government strong-armed Louis Armstrong into doing propaganda tours across Africa. The CIA did the same thing with jazz singer Nina Simone, except they did it without her really knowing. In the 70s, Nixon enlisted Elvis in his war on drugs. He gave the king a badge and named him a covert federal law enforcement agent. Michael Jackson was tapped by Reagan, using his song Beat It in his public service campaigns against teen drinking and driving.
I don't know if that's the same as being covert when you're literally hiring somebody and paying for their song to promote something. That's like as the guy who sings I'm proud to be in America, or at least I know I'm free. Is he doing a covert operation for Trump, or is Kid Rock being covert in his support for Trump? I don't think so.
Michael Jackson persuading minors not to drink. Anyway, so is Swift a front for a covert political agenda? Primetime obviously has no evidence. If we did, we'd share it. But we're curious, because the pop star who endorsed Biden is urging millions of her followers to vote. She's sharing links. And her boyfriend, Travis Kelce, sponsored by Pfizer. And their relationships boosted the NFL ratings this season, bringing...
Let's talk about let's reference Taylor Swift's push for votership. To be fair, we don't know who these people voted for when they signed up, if they were her fans. She probably got a lot of fans that are in red states. A lot of women who are conservatives like Taylor Swift. So we don't know who those people voted for. Plus, she's got like 100-something million followers, and she only got like 8,000 people to sign up. So, bruh.
In a whole new demographic. So how's the Psy-Op going? Well, as usual, Biden's not calling the shots because he doesn't even know who Taylor Swift is. He's confused her with Britney Spears and Beyonce.
You could say even this harder than getting a ticket to the Renaissance tour or Britney's tour. She's down in, it's kind of warm in Brazil right now.
Former
So Britney Spears, she popular. She's singing a genie in a bottle. It's turning into Alex Jones the more I say it. Britney Spears with her genie in a bottle. She's getting the Patriots all lined up with Shakira at the border. They're voting for the song Toxic. They're going out on the tour with Madonna. Everybody's lining up. They're voting. They're doing this Psy-Op with the CIA. It's disgusting. But what Jesse Waters is actually doing here is, you know, I love Jesse Waters. He's didn't keep me to watch Fox even after Tucker left, but still, I have watched some Waters World, and I like Jesse Waters for sure. So don't tell him that I don't. But what I think he's doing is going out and feeding. We're going to reference birds again. He's feeding the birds again some French fries, some bread, because he knows they're going to take it. He's feeding the people online who he knows are going to take it. And this happens a lot. I know a few people that do this. And one day I will name them. Lewis Brackpool. If you go on, Lewis, when you go on, if you're watching, it's too easy to spread the space laser conspiracies. It's too easy to spread the, 15-minute city stuff. Basically what I'm saying is you're preaching to the choir. And when it's the Taylor Swift Psy-Op, it's so easy to say, Travis Kelce is on there and Taylor Swift is on there and Pfizer. And Taylor Swift has done the things where she supports Democrats in their campaigns. It's literally just out there. I don't think it's that covert. I don't think it's a psyop. I think Travis Kelce is a complete sellout who will do anything for a Bud Light check and a Pfizer check and whomever he can get one from. He's a very good football player, and he's taking the money wherever he can get it because he apparently does not care or supports those things. Taylor Swift, you can't say she's taking sponsorships from places just because she doesn't care and she's a sellout. She has actively campaigned for people. So it's kind of just out there. But what the argument others have made to me is that what's the point of crushing Taylor Swift fans' dreams? And is that really the way to win hearts and minds? Now, I'm on the negative side. I'm on the glass half empty side. If these people are going to promote these things that I wildly disagree with, I'm going to say bad people, bad actors. But on the other side, they're going to argue, like I mentioned, so many conservative girls love Taylor Swift. Are you going to bash Taylor Swift into the ground and then provide no alternative? Well, I guess that's something you're going to do anyways if you're on this side of things, but you got to provide an alternative point of view, and you got to provide something that's going to be in place of that. If you take away somebody's coffee, you got to offer them decaf. If you take away heroin, you're probably going to have to offer them cigarettes. So if you're just going to go in there and say, and trashing Travis Kelce is fine. Nobody's going to cry for him. But if you're going to go in there and destroy Taylor Swift, you probably need to replace it with something or have something coming up, your own vertical, not the Dixie Chicks. They're just the chicks now. Maybe Riff Raff to promote America, because what you're going to do is you're going to make yourself look like a person who just doesn't like anything if you're out there bashing it. But from my side, I kind of get the idea that this is just feeding the audience, preaching to the choir when you're out there and you're just like, you know what, it could really, really be a psyop. It could. I mean, they used her as an example. The Chiefs Even though they were probably going to win the Super Bowl anyway, the Chiefs are probably going to win the Super Bowl because of Taylor Swift. How high can the microphone go? How far can we look down at you through our nose? And that's all I'm saying with that.